Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, December 11th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. There are very few people who've ever walked the earth who've had the privilege to say they know what it feels like to be crowned an Olympia champion. And fortunately for him, Dani Hester just so happens to be one of those few people. A few months removed from unsuccessfully defending his title at the 2017 Mr. Olympia, the first classic physique champ doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear these days. Late last week, Hester released video from a recent chest training workout, where he looks to be well on his way to getting back to his old championship form. To his credit, the Dani Hester we saw on the Olympia stage this year was still pretty damn incredible by anyone's measure. But it'll be interesting to see if he's got one more great round left in the chamber to fire off against some of the incredible talent we've got suddenly popularizing the division right now. With the way the figure division has suddenly opened up in the past few seasons, it doesn't leave a huge margin for error for anyone looking to take a run at one of the sport's major titles, which seems to be perfectly fine with longtime veteran Camala Rodriguez. Recently, the former Arnold Classic champ was spotted knocking out a few sets of heavy deadlifts out at the Mile High Mecca in Denver, Colorado, as she gears up for another strong 2018 campaign. Even though she may not have ended the 2017 season with another major title added to her lengthy resume, all season long, Camala looked like she was within striking distance of delivering one of those classic lights-out performances we've seen her give so many times over the years. So if she can figure out how to make a few small adjustments, I have no doubt in my mind that she'll snap right back into championship form again next season. This is the time of the year where it feels safe to officially start our Arnold Classic watch for the upcoming season, which means the entire bodybuilding world better start paying attention to what's going on over there with William Bonac and his team. Last week, Bonac made headlines when it was announced that he was officially signing on to compete at the 2018 Arnold Australia, where you know he's going to be greeted with open arms by the legions of rabid bodybuilding fans out there in the land down under. Outside a few obvious names, I don't think there are too many guys this year who had a better season than William Bonac, who established himself as a legitimate top-tier Olympia competitor here in 2017. And when you look at how this guy's been able to improve by leaps and bounds every time we see him now, it's hard not to slate him as the #1 pre-show contender right now, even though this lineup looks like it's heading to be one for the ages. William Bonac wasn't the only one making big announcements last week. Just before we headed into the break for the weekend, bikini superstar Jen Ronzitti made some headlines of her own when she announced that she would be bringing her talents to the stage in Columbus, Ohio again next season to take her shot at being crowned Miss Bikini International. The three-time pro winner is coming off a stretch that was special in every sense of the word, and it all came to a head a few months back when she delivered that awesome runner-up performance on the Olympia stage. Right now, Ronzitti is in such a zone that it would seem crazy for her not to take a shot at the Arnold. And if she can breeze through the first part of her prep, I think she has a legitimate shot at running away with this thing in what could be a landslide victory. I can tell you from personal experience that one of the hardest parts about being injured isn't the physical recovery. It's the mental recovery that needs to happen before you can talk yourself into believing that you're fully healthy again. And thankfully for him, 212 standout Quincy Winkler seems to be well on his personal road to recovery. A little less than 2 months after suffering a minor pec tear, Quincy managed to get back under a barbell to get his preparations for the 2018 season back on track. If you're a fan of the 212 division, it's impossible not to root for a guy like Quincy Winkler, who's really been pulling out all the stops over the past few seasons to turn into a more well-rounded athlete from front to back. And assuming he can keep the injury bug at bay, it would be great to see him operating at full strength again, slugging it out on stage at shows like the Tampa Pro, where he's had quite a bit of success in the past. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.